How does one person find their life purpose? It's such a big question and a big responsibility for so many people. Today I'm interviewing the lady who has brought NLP, hypnotherapy, EFT to the UAE. She has worked with royal families, head of states, Olympic champions, and has touched the lives of thousands of people. Needless to say, I rave about her a lot. I absolutely love what she's doing and how wise she is. And today I have the chance to interview Beryl Comar. Thank you so much for accepting this interview.
Thank you.
And thank you for being back to the UAE. We have so many questions for you. So if you are thirsty to better your life, this interview is for you because Beryl has so much to share with us. I would love to also help people who are coming to me very often with fear of speaking in public, fear of addressing their manager or their CEO. Why are we afraid of speaking in public? Because I know you've helped plenty of people with this fear.
Yeah. You know, I never saw a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old who had fear of public speaking.
Okay.
You take your child up to bed, maybe you've been teaching the child to use the potty or whatever. Take them to bed. Mommy and Daddy are having a party tonight, so you stay in bed and don't disturb us. Okay, Mommy. So there you are, having a nice, sophisticated dinner party. The 3-year-old comes down, very proud, and says, Mommy, I do big poo. Now you as a parent have a choice. You can say, well done everybody. Isn't Sammy so clever? Come on, let's go and have a look. And everybody smiles and thinks it's funny. And that's a child who will be normal about public speaking. Because everybody's clapped, everybody thought, what a clever guy. But if the reaction is, oh, no, don't speak like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Naughty boy, you shouldn't have come. I told you not to come. We don't need to hear that. You have now instilled a fear in that child.
Right there,
public
in that
speaking.
moment.
It's going to be there and compounded every time they're asked to stand up and read in class or make a presentation in class. That memory is there. The movie is there, and it's big, bright, and colourful. And oh my gosh, that same thing is going to happen. Because that's the stimulus, and you're going to respond the same way until someone like me comes along and says, that's okay, you don't have to behave like a 3-year-old anymore. You can behave like you were before.
Changing the movie again.
Changing the movie.
Reframing.
Reframing.
And reconditioning with the power of NLP and hypnotherapy. Why then, when this happens, when this conditioning is strong, why do we get sweaty palms and rosy cheeks? I have some ladies who are actually ashamed that they are getting rosy cheeks.
Yeah, blushing.
Blushing.
I've helped a lot of people with blushing. Because that's how they responded at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one guy, and he was actually quite a famous photographer, and he came all the way from Bahrain to see me, because it was getting to the point where when he was doing his photography work and he was helping people to set up, he was actually pissing in his pants, and he couldn't understand why.
Whoa. Bless him.
Okay, the movie was that when he was a little kid, he was embarrassed by a photographer. Now he was doing some work with people similar to the people that embarrassed him earlier. The trigger is there.
All right.
So change the movie.
All right, so aside from this technique, what other hacks could you offer people to get rid of speaking in public?
Well, first of all is believe that you were not born with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born able to speak in public, it's okay. Then I'd make a list of all the things that people have said. Teachers, parents, mom, dad, things like, oh, don't do that, what will people say? You're stupid, or whatever. Right? All the things that people have ever said. And you can tap on those. You can use EFT techniques to get rid of every one of those.
Could you give us an example?
So you can start, yeah. And believe that if someone else can do it, you can do it. I'll give an example of what I did. I always had a fear of roller coasters.
Oh my goodness, me too.
Okay. And I always avoided it. It wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
And once I was driving from Denver, I've been to a neurosemantics conference, to Los Angeles. And I'm thinking I could do it in a day. But I kept stopping, taking photographs, canyons, mesas, I mean, all that cowboy country going down the Colorado River. And it was turning dark as I got into Las Vegas. Oh, Sin City, etc., alone, a woman. But I thought, okay, let me find something on the outskirts, small motel, and I'll be fine. So I stayed at a place called Grumpy's Motel. I thought, Grumpy, it reminds me of my husband, I'll stay there. And then I thought, oh, well, I'll take a walk down the strip. So left my car, got in a taxi, walked down the strip, and the roller coaster is there, New York, New York.
Okay.
And the screaming and the sound, and I thought, now I teach people how to get over this. This seems to be the only fear I have now.
Okay, that was
so
cool.
What am I going to do? So I sat there watching, hearing the screams and feeling the feelings, and I said, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. But it's Saturday night, a lot of drunks about, a lot of silly, crazy people. I'll do it tomorrow morning. Sunday morning, there'll be nobody around in Vegas, Sunday morning. And then I'll continue my journey to Los Angeles. So I did. I remember going to breakfast thinking, don't have a big breakfast because you might chuck it up. Sorry, people. And then I went, before that, on Saturday night, I asked what time do they open. They said 10 o'clock. I got there about 10 past 10. Nobody there. Okay. Got my ticket and I'm feeling so, okay, everything's okay. If somebody else can do it, I can do it. Okay. The anxiety spot is here. If somebody else can do it, I can do it. If somebody else can do it, I can do it. It's okay. It's okay. I got to the station and I don't know what you call them, the car came along. Nobody else is there. There's the man to help me in. Okay. And I thought of going to the back, and then I thought, no, I'm going to put myself in the driver's seat. I'm going to the front.
Alone in the roller coaster?
Alone in the roller coaster. Remembering that if they can do it, I can do it. Okay? The bar came down. We set off. And I realized it was the noise. As it cranks up. So I changed the noise.
Oh.
I changed the noise to applause and feeling good. And I'm going up, and every time it went, as it climbs up, clapping, yeah, it feels good. Now we're at the top, and I know what's going to come. So I thought of a time when I was coming into a nice state. And I said, okay, think about that and give yourself that state. And that's what I did.
Wow.
And it was wonderful. And then there's the sound, whoosh. Think of a sound when I felt whoosh, and it was wonderful. And then suddenly it was after doing the loop, that goes loop-de-loop, I don't know if they call it that now.
Yes.
And I thought, oh my gosh, I did it with even thinking about it. And from then it was a breeze.
You EFT'd yourself, you coached yourself, and you've mastered...
NLP, changed the sound, changed the view. Everything's going to be fine. I even had my eyes open. And I just said, whoosh. I thought of a time when I went, whoosh. And it was great.
How long back was that?
I was 50 at the time.
Wow.
So 19 years ago.
Amazing.
And I had avoided roller coasters for 50 years. The memory that came back was going to Blackpool with my mother and wanting to go on the roller coaster. And my mother saying, it's not safe. Which was probably 1956, 55, something like that. It probably wasn't in those days. Now it's a lot safer. So I just told myself it's safe, it's okay. And whoosh.
That was amazing.